Tired of feeling like you're giving your all, only to end up confused and wondering where you stand? It's a frustrating place to be, especially when you're ready for something real. You meet someone, the connection feels electric, but then something's off. You start to wonder, does she want a relationship? Or is she just enjoying the attention? Today, we're going to clear up that confusion for good. I'm going to show you how to spot the signs so you can stop wasting your time and invest your energy in someone who truly wants to build a future with you. Let's start with a story. I had a patient, let's call him David. A sharp, successful man in his late 50s, recently divorced and ready to find a genuine partner. He met a woman, and the initial chemistry was undeniable. She'd text him good morning and good night, send him photos from her day, and tell him how much she missed him. David was all in. He planned thoughtful dates, introduced her to his friends, and started picturing a future. But whenever he tried to talk about that future, or define their relationship, she'd pull back. She'd say things like, "Let's just enjoy the moment," or "I'm not ready for labels." David spent 6 months on this emotional roller coaster, feeling hopeful one minute and completely deflated the next. Does any of this sound familiar to you? This is a classic scenario, and it's exhausting. David was dealing with what I call an attention seeker. These women aren't necessarily bad people, but they crave validation and admiration without wanting the responsibility that comes with a committed partnership. They love the feeling of being pursued and desired, but they fear the vulnerability and compromise of a real relationship. For a man over 50 who knows what he wants, this can be incredibly draining. You've earned the right to clarity and honesty. So, how can you tell if the woman you're dating is serious about a relationship or just enjoying the ride? Let's break down the key differences. The first major clue is consistency. A woman who wants a relationship with you is consistent. Her actions match her words. If she says she misses you, she makes time to see you. She doesn't just send a text, she actively works to be a part of your life, and she wants you to be a part of hers. Her interest doesn't rise and fall like the tide. It's steady. An attention seeker, on the other hand, is all about inconsistency. She'll be intensely interested one week, showering you with affection, and then distant and unavailable the next. This hot and cold behavior keeps you on your toes, always guessing, always trying to win back her attention. It's a game, and at this stage of your life, you don't have time for games. If you're seeing this pattern, I want you to type, "No more games," in the comments below. The second sign is her level of investment in your life. A woman who sees a future with you will be genuinely curious about more than just your successes. She'll want to know about your kids, your challenges, your past, what makes you tick. She listens when you talk about a tough day at work. She remembers the name of your best friend. She is investing in you, the whole person. Contrast that with someone who mainly wants attention. The conversation will almost always circle back to her. She'll tell you all about her problems, her triumphs, her day. But when you start to share, you might notice her eyes glaze over, or she'll quickly change the subject back to herself. It's a subtle but powerful indicator. Are you the audience for her life's drama, or are you a potential partner? Think about your recent conversations. Has it been a two-way street? Now, let's talk about the future. This is a big one. A woman who wants a long-term relationship isn't afraid to talk about the future in a grounded, realistic way. It might not be about marriage and white picket fences on the second date, but she'll use we language. We should try that restaurant next month. We'd have a great time visiting that city. She includes you in her plans because she sees you there. Someone who just wants your attention will avoid future talk like the plague. Any mention of plans more than a week away will be met with vagueness. She lives in the now because for her, there is no us in the future. She's enjoying the now with you, but her future is a separate, private thing. Let's pause here for a moment. This can be tough to hear, especially if you really like someone. But clarity is kindness, most importantly, to yourself. It's about respecting your own time and emotional energy. Are you still with me? If you're finding this helpful, type clarity in the comments. I want to know this is resonating with you. The next point is about vulnerability. Real relationships are built on shared vulnerability. A woman who is serious about you will slowly let her guard down. She'll share her fears, her insecurities, her less than perfect moments. She trusts you enough to show you the real her, not just the polished version she presents to the world. This is how deep intimacy is built. An attention seeker, however, maintains a carefully curated image. She might share vulnerable stories, but they often feel performative, designed to elicit sympathy or admiration rather than create a genuine connection. She needs to be seen as exciting, desirable, or a damsel in distress, but she rarely shows you the messy, unfiltered reality of who she is. Real connection happens when the masks come off. Have you seen her without her mask? And finally, observe how she integrates you into her life. A woman building a future with you will want you to meet the important people in her world, her close friends, her family. It's a natural step. It says, "This person is important to me, and I want the people I love to know him." If you've been dating for several months and you're still a complete secret, that's a massive red flag. She might have excuses. "My family is complicated," or "It's too soon." While these can sometimes be valid, if she's active on social media but you're nowhere to be seen, or if she always meets you far from her own neighborhood, you have to ask yourself why. A woman who is proud to be with you won't hide you. Recognizing these signs isn't about becoming cynical. It's about becoming wise. It's about valuing yourself enough to walk away from situations that don't serve your ultimate goal, finding a loving, committed partner. Think back to David. He finally realized that her words of affection were just that, words. Her actions showed she wasn't ready for what he was offering. He had an honest conversation, wished her well, and walked away. It was hard, but a few months later, he met a woman who was consistent, invested, and excited to build a future. Today, they're happily traveling the world together. This is what I want for you. I want you to have the confidence to distinguish between someone who's just enjoying the spotlight you're shining on them and someone who wants to stand in that light with you as a team. Imagine a relationship where you feel secure, seen, and deeply valued. A partnership where you're not guessing but growing together. That is not just possible, it's what you deserve. Don't settle for breadcrumbs of attention when you're ready for the whole feast. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this brought you some much-needed clarity. If you want more no-nonsense advice for navigating dating and relationships after 50, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got your back. See you in the next video.